All right, so here we are with Coach Hajjar, our offensive coordinator, quarterback coach. He's been with us now the 9th year. So great to have him in the role that he's been in, the continuity in our staff. So just wanted to ask you, Nick, as we're getting ready to see what we can do against somebody else with this first outside competition. We talked about some things the off season we wanted to address, some things we identified as areas to improve, and why don't you talk a little bit about kind of where we are with the progress?
Yeah, sure. Obviously, after last season, we identified some areas that we needed to make some big improvements. One was just pure competition within our offense. I think with the maturation of some younger guys, bringing in some freshmen, it has created some competition immediately at a bunch of different positions across the board, from quarterback to O-line to tight end to receiver, and that makes everybody elevate their play. And I think that's been great for us as we went through camp, getting ready to enter our first scrimmage and ultimately approach game week in the season. So we're excited about that competition. I think we're practicing harder. I think the depth has been enlarged. There's a much deeper group of guys at each position that drop off between number 1 and number 2, or maybe years past it's been a little bit bigger. There isn't that, and if you want to get on the field, you're going to play at a high level every single play.
No question. One thing specifically we talked about in the offseason that we felt like kind of hindered us a little bit is we didn't have many big plays in the passing game. We had 3 seniors that graduated after a great 2010 team. We had a few injuries in the beginning of 2010, or 2011, unfortunately. So we were very inexperienced, and we also had a couple guys maybe that were transferring in that were going through the process of being eligible and all that. So what do you see like with that position, as they've evolved?
Yeah, being in the spread offense now for our 4th season, it is imperative that on the perimeter we have guys that not only can create big plays down the field, but also can block. And trying to identify those 2 areas with just off-season workouts, challenging those guys with off-season sprint workouts, quarterbacks, receivers throwing balls more regularly on their own, and then carrying that over into camp has definitely shown. I think the continuity, with that group is at a far higher level at this point in camp than maybe some years past. And we're excited about that. We got some guys that we feel can create some big plays and make things a little bit exciting for us offensively this year.
Should be fun to watch, and there's a lot of great production in the weight room from Coach Gilbert as well, getting those guys to get all swelled up too, to be able to hopefully throw some defenders around. So hopefully we'll see some of you guys out to check us out real soon.